Alright guys, welcome back to Pecan Creek Farm. We got finished getting the combine ready to go. So far we've gotten it up and going, running. And now that we've moved it up to the shop, now I can do some service and maintenance items. First of all, I need to go ahead and grease up the machine, and I also need to check all the fluids, make sure the oil's topped off, make sure it's not low. I need to check the brake fluid. Need to check also the hydraulic fluid on it as well. And I think we should be, I also have the AC I need to look at too. But let's start off with the greasing. It's got several grease certs on it, so I got to try to find them all. I'm just gonna have to look around for any parts that are moving and pivoting. So I guess let me start with the actual machine and not the header, and I'll get the header last. But there's several like underneath here. Let's see. There's one right there. Another one right there. Crazy. Okay. They're all over the place down here. Let me bring in a little closer. They're everywhere down here. So far I got that one, that one, that one. See what I'm missing. This looks like a spot that needs greased. Where's the grease cert? I'm not sure. Like that might be where it's supposed to be, maybe not. No. On the inside. Ah. There it is, right there. Found it. That one's got grease. It's gonna be a minute. When you're doing this and you don't know where all the grease certs are, it kind of makes it a little easier if you look for spots that are greasy. Like you can see grease residue. Okay, not really seeing too much more on the gears here. A few more spots underneath here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. So I can look in here. better. Might honestly be a good idea. I think we have the manual for this machine. Go down there and see where it says where all the grease certs are. That might be a better plan. Because I know I'm going to miss quite a few of them. So let me go do that real quick. Go down there and see if I can look that up. Alright guys, so I found the manual, but it's all decrepit and stuff. It's one sitting in the cab. You can't really read a whole lot of it. So what I'm going to just do is just go through and find them and then hit the camera and record and show you where I greased it up. It'll just be a lot faster that way. So what I've done so far is I found this one up here. It was a grease cert. Where else did I grease up? I've already greased up those two right here and here. I greased up that one. I just found one right here. Let's see if it'll take grease. Awesome, it took grease. Ah! Man, you gotta be careful. Everything is ready to hurt you. Ah! Alright, I'll record again once I find some more. Alright guys, so I only found one more grease cert on this side right here, and it was up in here. Sorry, hopefully you'll be able to see this. Okay, it was right in here. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just work myself around the machine before I go inside and on the header. Let's see here. I need to check and see if there's any grease certs around in this area. So let me check around real quick and I'll get back here in a sec. Alright guys, so the only other spots I found on the back of the machine are on the tie rod ends over here. So I got one right here. And I've got another one on the other side. On the wheel bearings, you're supposed to pack those, I guess. You can't just keep greasing them up. So now we're moving on to the other side. Alright guys, got the right hand side all greased up as well. There were a couple in the back, and then there was a whole bunch in here. As you can see, the grease everywhere. You had a bunch on the springs. You had some right here. Where else? There are a bunch. Like there was two up in here. Hopefully you can see that up in here. There was one up there. I just had to go and just search everywhere and just see if I could find where all the grease certs were. There's another spring up there. It's hard to know if you got all of them if you don't have the manual or something telling you where all of them are. But I did my best. Oh, where else? But hopefully I got all the main ones. So, okay. Now I'm gonna look underneath here, and there should be some underneath the seat up in the cab I'll have to get to, and then the header. So, okay, here we go. Alright guys, so I'm done greasing up the machine. So on the front here, there was one up there. There were one on top and one on bottom of each of these two cylinders right here. And then that was it down here. And then if I do a walk around the header was pretty simple. There was just a grease zerk here, and I believe that was it on this side. And if you go over this other side over here, there were several of them. There was one right here. You can see it there. There was one right here. All the pivoting parts here, right there, up here. And that was all, I believe, on the header. And then so I came up inside the cab, and there was a man, probably shouldn't be trying to climb one-handed. But there was 3 of them underneath the seat. There was one way back there, as you can see, I'm sure. There was one in here, right there. And then there was another one right in there. And that was it. It's all greased up, ready to go. I didn't keep track of how many grease zerks I greased, but there had to have been at least 30 of them, I would say. There was quite a few. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start the machine, kind of let it run a little bit and charge up the batteries. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and check all the fluids and make sure that everything's up to par. And I also forgot to mention, there are a couple of grease zerks in the engine bay as well. There's one here, and there's one over here as well. So, but that should be everything.